Now we have table rows. Obviously, we need to copy and add another one here. Now, table rows will be mainly for the products, but we also need some for the subtotals, VAT, and total. And this is what we're going to use this one here for. So first will be sub-total and colon. Then we actually need to remove one because we will be using a call span for the first one. Call span 2, which means merge first two cells. In this case, we've got 2 here and obviously 2 separate, which gives us 4 as we have right at the top here. Subtotal. We also apply the class BRTD, border top dashed, to this specific cell. Then the second one will have a class TA underscore R, text align right, and BRTD for the border top dashed. Okay, now we start with this one with the pound sign, and we will echo the value from the session, but this will happen later on. Let's first create the structure of the entire table and the basket basically. Let's copy these classes for the next one as well, and here we'll simply place the non-breakable space. Basically, it's going to be an empty cell. Now, next one will be VAT, and in the brackets there will be the VAT rate displayed. Now, pound as well, we'll leave as is, and the same with the last cell. Copy the whole thing. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, if you don't have VAT, if you're, let's say, for instance, watching this movie and you live in US, obviously you would have some taxes there. We here in UK have VAT, so that's why I'm using VAT for this purpose. Okay, last thing will be total, and we can remove these brackets and percentage, and we can wrap it with the strong tags to bold it out. Okay, dashed, and we also wrap the amount in the strong tags, in between the strong tags. That's all fine. Now, after the table, we are going to create the 2 new lines. We create a div with a class def and brtd to create this dashed line with some 14 pixel space as well. Then we create the checkout button. So if we scroll down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Div with a class SBM for submit, SBM blue because we want a blue button, FLR for float right. And now inside of this href / page equals checkout. This will simply be the link to the checkout page. Class btn, and in between a opening and closing a tag, checkout. Okay, so this is our first button. Then second one will be div with the class SBM as well, SBM blue, FLL for float left, update basket. This update basket class will use later on to refer again within the JavaScript, so that we know that when someone's clicked on this specific div and span inside of it, then obviously we will perform some operations inside of the JavaScript. Then we've got in between this div tags span with the class btn, and in between the spans update. Okay. Looks like we've done everything we had to do in this video. So if we save the file, go back to our browser, refresh, you can see we've got all these table rows displaying subtotal, VAT, and total. We've got our buttons, so we can move to the next video and start working on actually populating some information from the sessions.